Hi, my name's Erica Stice, and today I want to go over item number X1001, which is our hand tool starter kit. If you're a student or a metalsmith, this kit includes the tools you need to get started in this amazing field. This kit is so large though, and to make sure you get close-ups of everything, I broke it down into 7 main categories: the pliers and cutters, sawing and piercing, soldering supplies, abrasives, shaping tools, a miscellaneous section, and of course the toolbox itself. Now this kit has some main tools included in it, which you will need. However, there are a few tools missing too. So in each category, I'll let you know what else I think you need and why. And then you can decide if it's something you need right away or something that you can put on a wish list for a later purchase. So let's first get started with the pliers and cutters. Here you have round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, you have flesh cutters, perfect for wire, and you have the big sheet shears. Now I think this part is pretty solid. I don't think you need to get anything else, and I think this will give you what you need as far as pliers and cutters are concerned. Now I want to go ahead and talk about the sawing and piercing section of this toolkit. You get a pin vise, and I'll come back to that in a minute, but this is the pin vise. You also get a German style 3-inch saw frame and 1 dozen cut 0 saw blades, which are these. Now what you're going to need in addition to this is a bench pin, and they run about $7 and up. You also, and this is kind of optional, but you may want paraffin wax, and we carry cut lube here, which is around $5, but you can use beeswax or even candles will work for that. So that's nothing you need to buy right away if you have candles. You're going to need more saw blades. I would consider getting a few different cuts, since which one you use depends on the gauge of sheet you're cutting. Now back to the pin vise. This is for your drilling, and I've never actually used one. I know you would probably need to use gloves just to be able to get through the gauge of sheet you're using. We sell drill bits here. We have a 20-piece pack for $9. Or we sell individual larger size drill bits for $7.50 each. Here in the studio at Halstead, we use a benchtop drill press, which is $83. Or we use our flex shafts, which run for just under $100. So those are other options for you. I guess you can see how the pin vise works first. But the last thing I think you're going to need is a center punch. Now we sell one here for $7. Or, you can just use a rounded nail just to start your hole before drilling, and that just keeps the drill bit from wandering across your piece and scratching it up. So I think it's important to have a starter hole, and that's what the center punch or even a rounded nail could do. I wouldn't use the nail too sharp or it can pierce through your sheet. Now let's talk about the soldering supplies you get with this hand tool kit. You get a micro torch, which is a butane torch, and you can adjust the height of the flame. And it's electronic, so you don't have to use a light or anything to start it up. This is a great little, powerful little torch. I really enjoy it. We have them here in the studio. And also you get a soldering block. Here it is right here, a little soldering board. You get a third hand that includes a magnifying glass. So these are completely movable. And you have your magnifying glass, which is cool. You also have locking tweezers plus a set of fine tweezers. These are AA fine tweezers. And you have your medium solder. And this is a paste solder, so flex is included. And that comes with 2 different needle tips, depending on how thick you want your paste. Now there are a couple things you're going to need. This isn't a complete soldering kit. But if you're a student or something, the things I'm going to suggest are already available to you, so you wouldn't need to purchase that right now. But if you're setting up like a kitchen tabletop soldering station, you're probably going to need these. So first you're going to need your pickle. And here we sell Sparix at about $4.50 for a 10-ounce bag. Or we have the biodegradable citric acid pickle, which is 2 pounds for $12. We also have a pickle pot, which is a 16-ounce pot, which is about $25. Plus you're going to need copper tongs because you can't put steel into a pickle pot. You need to just use copper tongs. And we carry a soldering pick, which I really believe a soldering pick is important because you always hold your torch in your non-dominant hand, leaving your dominant hand available, and without anything in it. If something were to move or shift while you're soldering, it's instinctual to reach out and grab that. And with a soldering pick in your hand, you're protecting yourself, because the pick is what's going to help you while you're soldering to adjust things. Now, if you go to wire or sheet solder, since this is a small tube of paste, when you go to wire or sheet solder, you're going to need flux. And you have two choices. You have a paste flux, which runs about $7.50 here, or you can use a liquid flux, which is $5 a bottle. That's your own personal preference, and you won't need it right away. You have some paste in here, but you will eventually want to get some more solder. Okay, let's move on now to abrasives. Now, I really like the abrasive section in this toolkit. It's complete. I don't think you'll need anything for a while. So you have one set of the half-round sanding discs, and this is everything. This is the entire set. You also have a half-round medium cut file right here. You also have a 6-piece set of needle nose files that also comes with a file handle. And I really like this set of files. It has triangle, square, round, half round. It's a great little collection. So for a while, I think this is going to be great, and you don't need to add anything else to that. Okay, so now let's talk about the shaping section. So you have a ring mandrel here, which I really like this. It's labeled 1 to 15 clearly. I hope you can see that, so you know what size you're working with. And also it comes with a ring clamp, which is really nice for a lot of different things. I use it when I'm polishing, using the flex shaft or something to hold on to the piece, because when it's hot you don't want to touch it. And this ring clamp really holds well. You also have a ball peen hammer, and it has a flat end and it has a round end, which is nice. And also you get a burnisher. Now the burnisher here is straight and it's not too sharp, which I really like because I usually end up filing my points off. You also have a dapping block, which has all different sizes, and the punches that go with that. So I think it's a great shaping section. However, I see that you'll also need like a rawhide hammer, and I would get one right away, because the ball peen hammer moves the metal, and if you don't want to reshape your piece, a rawhide hammer just flattens and stuff, and it's perfect. It won't mess up your metal, it won't scratch it. So we carry a rawhide hammer here for around 20 bucks. And the last thing you're going to need also in this section is a bench block. There's no steel bench block, or there's no steel bench block, which you're going to need to hammer on. And an optional choice is also a sandbag, which takes out some of that noise. And you may want to get that. I always use a sandbag because it's so loud without one, but that's totally optional. And our sandbags start at $7, and I think go up to about $16 or $17. And we also have bench blocks starting at $6. So that's some other options you may need to look into. This next section is miscellaneous. So you have a polishing cloth. It folds out. It opens up to, 6 to 8 inches. And the next thing you have is a scribe, which marks your sheet. You also have a 3-inch divider right here, and that's great for circles or measuring distances. And it comes in this little case that also has a ruler on it. And you also have a bench knife. I've never used a bench knife. I use X-Acto knives, but here it is. It's not too sharp either. So that's that for the miscellaneous section. Last thing I wanted to quickly show you is the toolkit itself, the toolbox. It has 2 plastic replaceable trays up at the top, and they have nice storage areas. They're identical. And it also has space right here to hold drill bits and stuff. Inside, if you open these, you can see that it has a removable tray. And it's really deep inside, and all the tools fit in it. It also has a ruler on the tray as well. Now, you'd think this was really, really big, but it's actually not. The dimensions are 14 inches long this way, and then 8 inches wide, and then only 6 inches deep. So it's a really nice little toolkit, and it's not too heavy or burdensome or anything while you're walking to and from classes, or just walking it around your studio. So that's it for the hand tool starter kit. You may also be interested in our best-selling soldering kit. That one's item number X299. It's around $80 and it's strictly for soldering. So if you need soldering supplies the most and not this many tools, that one may just be the kit that's better fit for you. So thank you for watching.